Yo, 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 what's up, people?
And welcome to episode 8 of Two Bros in a Pod. This is going to be the best intro ever. I'm your
Probably
host,
not.
Brennan, alongside this weirdo, Wyatt Olson, Mr. Ted Lasso. You guys should see him before the countdown comes on. He's a different person, but you guys get the good version of him. The nice version, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm Two-Face.
Yes. But yeah, we are back for the best episode yet. Starting it out. What'd you do this week? Anything fun?
We can't start with me. This is your birthday week, buddy. Come on
Yeah,
now.
You're right. I was just trying to be
We
nice.
gotta start with the birthday boy.
Yeah.
The big 27. Not
I
golden
know.
birthday, but
Nope.
a birthday.
Yeah, not golden. Not as cool as you, I guess, but still younger than you, so that's good.
Yeah. Still not cooler than me, but yeah.
Yeah, my birthday was Monday, so actually when we released the last episode. But it was kind of a chill day. We didn't do a ton. Julia and I went and hit up Huey Magoo's, my favorite fast food place. If y'all listen to that episode, it was great. Got my chicken tenders, fries, that Texas toast, and that Huey Magoo's sauce. Oh my god. It was incredible.
It's that really nice crinkle cut. It's that really nice crinkle cut.
Yeah. Actually, they would have been my number 5 on that list, but it's okay. They're still good. Then after that, we went to a movie. It was called The Pod Generation, and
Ooh.
It's got Emilia Clarke in it. You said you've seen the trailer, right?
Yep, I've seen the trailer. I haven't watched it though.
Yeah.
So it looks a little goofy.
It does. It doesn't look like it's a huge movie because when I looked, it just came out, and when I looked at my app, there was only one showing in the day, and I was like, "It's Emilia Clarke. It's about these people. They live in this world where in the future where instead of having babies the regular way, the natural way, they can have them in a pod and it grows this baby." So I was like, hey, let's check it out. It's Emilia Clarke. It can't be too bad. Yeah, it was a waste of time. It was definitely a waste of time.
It was not good.
No, not that good. Didn't really have a conclusion. I hate when movies don't have conclusions. But I don't know. You want me to spoil it? Are you ever gonna watch it?
No.
Okay. Well, spoilers for everybody here. So at the beginning of the movie, Emilia Clarke's character, she's all for it. She wants to have this kid in a pod. It's the new thing, and it's like, I don't know how crazy it is to be selected for this, but I think it's pretty crazy to be selected to have a child in this pod. So she signs up without her husband knowing, and they get selected. And so she's got to figure out a way to bring it up to her husband that she did this behind his back, and he's super against it. Well, long story short, he comes around and he's like, fine, we can do it. And then as time goes on, like, they kind of switch roles. Emilia Clarke's character is like not connecting with the pod. Like, it's so weird. These parents, they like, instead of carrying a baby like you would with a newborn, they're strapping this pod to their body, like walking around, and they're telling them, you need to bond with the pod. It's the baby can hear you. You need to bond with the pod. So the dad ends up bonding with the pod, and the mom, Emilia Clarke's character, has like no connection to it. So they like completely swap sides on that. And then towards the end, they're both kind of on the same page. They're like, this pod thing is super weird. I don't know why we did this. And the company that runs the pods won't let them have birth at home. Like, it has to be at the company. The company has to do it. And so I think there's a bunch of like weird stuff that they're doing to these babies in the pod. And they both are like, no, we're not doing that. So they take the pod, they steal it from the place, they run they run away to their second house, and when the baby is ready to be born, it like makes this and the pod makes this noise, and so they're freaking out trying to get it to open. So they take a freaking like crowbar and pry it open, and pops out this baby, and then the movie ends. It was just like the dumbest. I don't know. It just felt like a complete waste of time. Yeah.
So wait, how do you how is it, or how did they know that it's Emilia Clarke didn't connect with the pod? Like, does it say like you're not connected, you're not bonded with the pod, or what?
It's just like they have these periods of time where they can take the pod home and it lives with them, and they're supposed to try and bond with it, like wear it while you're walking around the house, talk to it as if you're talking to like your baby, talking to your pregnant belly or something like that. And she's just like not able to connect in any way because it's not normal. Like she's talking to this egg thing.
Yeah.
So she just like was struggling to connect and have any sort of relationship with it. And the husband was the one connecting. And he was like going to all these classes. You know how couples would go to like classes before the child's born? He was like taking this pod everywhere he went, and he was connecting to it. It's being super weird, but yeah. And then at the end, they both kind of come to the same conclusion. They're like, this whole pod thing is weird. I think they're doing something to the babies, and we need to get it out of there and take it. And, yeah. And then they have the baby. The baby seems fine, but then the movie just kind of ends. It's like, so no conclusion. Like, is the company gonna come try and find them? They said these pods are super expensive, and they reuse them, so that's why they won't let you take it home and try and do like a natural birth at home or whatever. But yeah, it just kind of ends. They have the baby and they're just chilling there, and there's no other conclusion. Yeah, it just kind of felt like a waste of time.
That's goofy.
Yeah,
that's so goofy.
I know, it's so weird. Like that kind of movie is something I would see on Netflix or some streaming platform. Like there's always those weird random movies. This one had a big name actress, Emilia Clarke, super popular actress, and it was just this weird movie. I don't know. It was just weird to see it in a movie theater. Maybe I'm sure it wasn't in every movie theater worldwide, but it was at ours. So yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Kind of reminds me of like kind of reminds me of that movie that came out a while ago I think it was like Apple, where it was like, I can't even remember the plot, but it was a goofy movie of like, what was it? The guy has cancer or something, and like doesn't want to leave his family or whatever before he dies, and so like he makes a clone of himself or whatever. And
that sounds,
you know what I'm talking about?
Is it Black Mirror? Are you talking about Black Mirror? Because that's what.
No,
oh, okay.
It was on Apple.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about for the Apple one because I don't think I've seen it, but the movie reminded me of a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. Now
it's just like technology taking over in the future and how it could go wrong. Basically, I feel like there's a lot of shows and movies that use that nowadays.
Swan Song, that's what it's called.
Oh no, remember that I haven't seen it.
It's this one.
Oh,
with this guy.
No. Yeah, I never saw it. But that's like the same thing happens in a Black Mirror episode. You can order like this girl, her husband dies, but she had a robot. It is like him.
Yes.
They recreated him. Yeah. So very similar. I feel like that's what this movie reminded me of most, is like a Black Mirror episode.
It's like a futuristic movie.
Yeah. And these are the types of things that you could see happening in the future, but I feel like everybody knows it's gonna go wrong. Like, yeah. So yeah, that's what we did. After that, that was That was after we went to Huey Magoo's. We saw that movie. We were at Disney Springs, which is kind of like, it's a hub, and you can get to pretty much any Disney resort or park from Disney Springs if you take the bus.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, let's go check out a couple of resorts that I haven't seen yet. I've seen pretty much everything, except a couple, and one of them that I wanted to see is called Wilderness Lodge. So we took the bus over to Wilderness Lodge, and I think it's a deluxe resort, so it's one of the nicer Disney resorts. But we explored there, and it was really, really cool. It was really cool. And when my family was here visiting, my dad and Corey, they were both like, "Wow, this Disney All-Star Sports Resort is pretty nice. If this is a value resort, I can't imagine what the deluxe ones are like." Or like, and they had asked like, "Are they all pretty similar?" And I was like, "No, not even close." Like, I sent my dad a few videos, but the Wilderness Lodge, like the difference between the two is astronomical. All the resorts are nice, but I think Wilderness Lodge might be my favorite one now. Just feels like you're out in the wilderness, like you're not in the hustle and bustle of Disney World. So
Sure. Yeah.
that's what we did. Kind of explored around. They have a hidden Mickey hunt, which everybody in Disney, if you work for Disney, like they're huge on their hidden Mickeys, and I think it's a bunch of BS. I feel like whoever created whatever, like if you're painting a wall or something, you just put like a couple dots that look like the ears and then a circle so it looks like a Mickey head, and they call that a hidden Mickey. But
Got
they
it.
actually do have a bunch of them everywhere, and this resort had a whole hidden Mickey hunt. So we got a sheet of paper and it gives you clues, and then you go try and find them. And we found them all, so that was pretty cool. And they're actually
That's
pretty
pretty
difficult.
neat.
So yeah, my whole thing about these hidden Mickeys are BS. These were actually pretty difficult to find, most of them. So they
Okay.
do actually think about it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
That
I
sounds
think
fun.
and I think that's the only resort. The guy said that was the only resort that has a whole hidden Mickey hunt, but throughout the parks, throughout all the resorts and stuff, they're everywhere. So that's
Yeah.
something fun you can do if you're ever visiting. Try and look around. You can find a little hidden Mickey. But
Absolutely.
yeah, that's pretty much all I did. It was a fun day, pretty relaxing though. But yeah, didn't do anything crazy.
That's good. That sounds like a fun, entertaining day
Yeah, I
for
wasn't
a loser like you.
wasn't partying, getting drunk, doing never mind. Like Wyatt over
Dude,
here.
no, that is not Wyatt.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, my week pretty boring. Just working in school, but I guess one thing that I forgot to mention in weeks past, uh, I watched a new show on Apple. It's called Hijack or Hijacking. I think it's Hijack
Like the movie?
with
Is it with Idris Elba?
Net. It's with Idris, but it's like a
Oh,
mini
it's a
series.
show?
It's 8
Oh.
episodes,
Oh
and
dang, I
I
thought it
watched
was a
it.
movie.
Now I watched it on a Sunday, and like I watched or on a Saturday, and I watched the whole thing like all in that day. It was
Yeah.
insane. It was really good. Yeah, it's like 8 episodes, and they're a little under an hour long, but they are really freaking good.
Huh. Yeah, definitely did not. I totally thought that was a movie. I have it on my
I thought it
watch
was too.
list. But yeah, I'll have to
Yes.
check that out. I also had a similar experience with an Apple TV show. I watched Silo, and I
Mm.
think I finished that within 2 days, 2 or 3 days. But it's 10 episodes, and just like Hijacked, like I was hooked. Couldn't stop watching it. It was super good.
Is it just a? I've seen the trailers and previews for Silo, and it looks really interesting. Is it like the same? Is it a mini series, or they're going to make another season?
I don't know for sure. I know it's based on a book series, and the book series has 3 books. So I
That's right.
think they're making a couple more seasons, but I don't know anything about the books and how that all goes, and if the seasons are going to be connected or not, or if they're all their own stories. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was 10 episodes. Rebecca Ferguson, she's in a ton of stuff. She's the lead girl in there, and yeah, it was super entertaining. Basically, they're in this like it must be like post-apocalyptic world basically on Earth, and they're all living in a silo underground. And there's different classes, like, the wealthier people are all at the top of the silo. The people at the bottom are like the working class, the ones like Rebecca Ferguson's character in the show. She's running the generator, I think. She's running the generator that powers the whole silo. So she's one of the lower class people. She's in mechanical, that's what they call it. And basically they've been there for, I think it's hundreds of years, and that's all these people know is life living in a silo. So pretty crazy. But yeah, really, really good show. The show was so good, I even considered for a second about reading the books, but that's not gonna happen. I don't read.
What? Brennan, the book reader, coming out?
Yeah, probably not. I also thought that about Game of Thrones too, and that was insane to think because those books are gigantic. So
yeah, they are girthy.
Yeah, probably not going to read any of those. The only book I've read in a very, very, very long time was the Giannis book. And it's just about Giannis and his life. So we'll see. I don't think I'll be
You need to
reading
start
it.
reading some books, buddy.
Yeah, I know. It's just I get too bored, and I enjoy watching TV more. Like if I had to choose between the two, I would watch TV rather than read a book. And Julia's the opposite. Like when I sit down to watch TV, she pulls out a book. But I don't know. Maybe I'll grow into it.
I feel like every time Brennan says something about anything, it's I was bored. It was too boring. Man, my life is boring.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
boring.
usually
I'm so bored.
most things are boring, and people like you, Mr. Ted Lasso over here, just thinks everything's perfect and great.
I have no comment for that.
You could watch paint dry and be like, "Wow, that is exhilarating."
Probably. I'd probably look at the color, even though part of me is a little colorblind. But
yeah,
besides
really?
the point.
Are you serious? You're
Well, that's what
colorblind?
the
A
doctor
little bit?
said.
Really? What colors? Do you
Yeah,
have any idea?
greens and reds. But this
Greens
is
and
red.
reds.
I don't know.
That is red.
But yeah, when like I'm looking at like the spotty circle that's got a bunch of different colors and it's got some verbiage or a number on it, I can't see that. I can't see the numbers or the words.
Interesting.
I was at the eye doctor a couple years ago, and I'm like trying to hold it at different angles. I'm like, bro, I can't see what that is.
It's like, dude, it's fine. You just can't see it. You're a little colorblind. But I remember, I have a couple stories from, like, one was an actual doctor visit where they make you cover an eye and then you read on the sheet the letters. And I think when I covered my eye, I like pushed on it a little bit. So when it was time to switch to the other eye, it was all blurry. My eye was watering. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't see. I think I'm blind. Then that was when I was a little bit younger. And then the same exact thing happened when I was at the DMV, and they make you take the quick little test before you get your license. And I was looking through it, and I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. One eye was just bugging out because it was like I pushed a little too hard on it. Yeah. But otherwise,
You're like,
I think I have pretty perfect vision. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I think my vision's pretty good. It's probably not 20/20. I feel like it's getting a little worse now as I get older at a distance, but
Yep.
I'm very
Yeah.
thankful because,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna say, because Julia, like, she is basically legally blind. Like, her prescription, I don't know anything about it because I never had to have contacts or glasses, but she's like
Right.
negative 10 or 11 or 12 in both eyes, and her glasses are like huge. So
Awesome.
she's literally, I think she would be classified as like legally blind, but
They're like
she can't.
bifocals, or
I don't know, they just look like, she calls them huge Coke bottles because she just came in. They're negative 10.5 and
got it. Got it.
negative 11 for glasses. So yeah, she's like legally blind. She can't even, she wanted to have LASIK, and her eyes are so blind and so flat that she can't even have LASIK. So
Okay.
a little crazy.
Good to
Yeah,
know.
I know, right? Like, if we have kids in the future, they're gonna be they're gonna be the ones out there playing sports with goggles on. Very little hope for our future
the
kids.
go- the goggle kids.
The goggle kids that their max height potential is going to be 5'9".
Yes, the goggle squad.
Yeah. We'll have
Yeah,
to.
now the the doctor for me was colorblind, and then he said my depth perception's off. So like it makes sense because when I watch 3D movies, I can't really see, even with the 3D glasses. So
Yeah.
that's why I don't like going to 3D movies. Now I know
Well,
why that's the case.
yeah, that would suck. But in general,
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of hates 3D movies. Like, they thought that was going to be
Yes.
the next big thing. It was a huge
No.
flop. Like, 3D
Terrible.
movies suck. I
Yeah.
hate it. One, you always have to wear glasses, and that hurts your ears, and they usually don't fit right. And then two, it just, like, especially people like me who get motion sickness, it's just not fun. So
Yeah. Well, and it's like movies try too hard too of like putting in the 3D effects. So it's like it doesn't make any sense. Like two people are having a conversation and all of a sudden like one throws a fist. It's
yeah,
like what? That
yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
Movies that have no business being 3D that are still 3D. Yeah, it makes no sense. So I'm kind of glad that they've kind of moved past that. There's still a few that come out in 3D, but yeah, I'm glad that kind of flopped because that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
There's a point where like every big new movie was coming out in 3D,
Yes.
and you had like no other options. At least nowadays, if it is in 3D, you still have other options. Like, our theater's got 3 different options that you can see it in. So that's good.
It's a positive.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, back to what's happened in my life in the last week. So ever since my family came and left, and they brought all the soda, and we went out to eat and stuff, oh my God, it's been a struggle to maintain a good
Has
diet.
it?
Yes. I at least stuck to the workout plan. I still haven't missed a workout, so that is really good.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, once you make one bad decision, it leads to another, and it's a snowball effect. Like, you start with something small, and it just grows and grows and grows. You have one soda, and then you're bound to have another one.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
It is a legit chain reaction. And that's
yeah.
why McDonald's is like 10 times that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Your point on McDonald's being addictive. Like,
Yes.
it's a struggle. But like this week, so Monday was my birthday last week, and we went to Huey Magoo's. Tuesday, I got a reward from Jimmy John's for a free sub.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Went to Jimmy John's, and I also had a soda. That was bad. And then Wednesday, I was out. I had to get my new license plate for my car, so I was busy. It took longer than expected at the DMV, so I was like, I need something quick. I got freaking Wendy's. Another bad decision. And then yesterday, Thursday, I had Culver's. So it's been a struggle.
High five to that, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Good job.
Yeah. Slowly trying to
Now,
cut it back out. But seriously, that if I
yeah.
give one piece of advice to anybody trying to either lose weight or like just stick to a good diet, stick to a healthy lifestyle, it's don't let it in your house. Because if it's in your house and if it's available to you, you're gonna eventually do it. Like even the people with the most willpower and
Yeah.
self-discipline of all time, it's still like if it's available to you, you're eventually gonna have it. So get it all out of your house. That'd be my number one advice.
No, like I totally get that because there are times where I'm like, it's either like all of the emotions. It doesn't matter what you're feeling. Like you can easily make an excuse, right? Of like going out. It's like, oh, I got to reward myself. I did really good today. Let's go. Let's go get something here. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I had a really terrible day today. Well, I don't want to do any cooking, so let's go here. Or it's like, I'm really tired, and it's easy to just run through this drive-through here and grab something and then go back to work or go
Yeah.
home and do some stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like no matter what, you can easily say to yourself of like going out to eat.
There's
I
always a
get it.
more
Like,
convenient option out there.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that exact thing happened last night. Julia got home kind of late from work and I was like, man, I just want to go out to eat. And thankfully, she's always the one that's on me, like, no, we gotta stay in, And I was like, I was like, what would you want if we wanted to go out to eat? And she's like, Olive Garden. She always says Olive Garden. And I was like, well, all I would get there is their chicken Alfredo. So we literally have chicken here, we have pasta here, we have Alfredo sauce here. Why not just make it here? So thankfully,
Yeah.
we decided to stay in, but it was a struggle, but we did. So
Yeah.
trying to turn it back around.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, like especially from a trip or people over and like, you have your routines outside of family and whatnot, and then all of a sudden, like you're either traveling to see family or family's coming to see you, and it's like, you want to do other things and
Yeah,
show them around, all that stuff, and all of a sudden, like your routine is just gone, just
gone.
vanishes out of thin air.
Yeah,
I get it. It's
that would
a
be
transition.
Yeah, we should do that. Actually, we should give a couple pieces of advice. Like my number one for the diet part is like don't have any bad food in your place. Just get rid of it so you don't have access to it. My
Yeah.
number one thing for going to the gym and being consistent with that is stick to a routine. Like if there's a certain time you go every day, stick to that and do
Mm-hmm.
not miss it. Like do not give yourself an excuse. No matter what, you just have to show up and get to the gym.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you're like, I'll just make up for it tomorrow, or I'll do 2 workouts tomorrow, that's not going to happen. So the
No.
number one advice is just go and get there. And then I feel like everything kind of falls into place. I don't know. What else?
Yes.
What else would you say? You have anything else to add to that?
No, I mean, like for me, I think like relative to eating out, for me, I meal prep on Sunday for Monday through Friday and breakfast on Saturday because typically I'm working on Saturdays. But um, I try to like give myself like Friday night and Saturday of like kind of my cheat days or like going out to eat days. And
Yeah.
so I feel like that's been good for me to like set those days where it's like I don't have to be like, oh, I need to eat out tonight or whatever. It's like, no, let's wait until the end of the week and then we can figure out a plan of like, okay, what do I really want to eat? What
Yeah.
like how you and Julia were saying of like, okay, what what do you actually want to eat if we go out?
Yeah.
And then it makes you think about it a little bit more. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's been good to kind of set those days aside as like those are your days to eat out or your cheat meal.
Then you don't have to go
And,
cold turkey either. You don't have to cut it off
right,
completely. You at least have
right,
one day to live a little, so you
yeah,
don't go
yeah,
completely insane. Because, yeah,
right,
like in my experience, I've never done a huge diet because that's like the hardest part for me, but I just try to generally eat healthier, choose better
hmm,
things. Like instead of going for the chips, grab some fruit or something. And then the main thing is just trying to cut out soda and limit the amount of times you go out to eat and stuff.
right,
So for that, yeah, having a cheat day is good. And then the gym, I think the other thing, other than just getting there, I think if you have a workout plan ahead of time, you'll be so much more successful. Because like I feel
hmm,
like if I go, I used to do this all the time. Just go to the gym, be like, it's chest day, and you just kind of figure it out when you're there. You
mm-mm.
end up doing such a terrible workout. Like
Yep,
you don't need to buy anything. Like you don't need to be me and get the V shred thing, but
no,
you can do some research, look up some good exercises, and just have it written out ahead of time. I
yep.
feel like that's definitely the best thing you can do. Try and stick to your workout plan.
Yes. On that note, like the two things for me is one, the what you said of like having the routine and doing the research ahead of time so that like plan out the week of
Yeah.
Monday through Friday I'm working out. Whatever days those are. It doesn't have to be all 5 days. It can be 2 or 3 of those days. But have it mapped out so that when you get there, you have a plan and you know exactly where you want to be and what you need to get to as far as the machines you're using or whatever. And then that way you're not like sitting on the bench on your phone,
Yeah.
chilling too long. Like
Mm-hmm.
have it mapped out of I need to take a 30-second, 60-second rest in between sets, or whatever you're doing so that you're not just sitting there doing nothing for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what I've liked the most about this workout plan is it's got everything mapped out. As soon as you finish one exercise, you're doing a superset with the next exercise, and then
Yeah.
you take at most a 60-second break, and then you get right back into it again. So what I've been doing is I bring my phone, obviously, because the workout's on there, but I set my phone down and I only time I touch it is when I need to look to see what the next exercise is. And then I
Mm-hmm.
put it right back down and then I get to it, Because otherwise,
Yes.
yeah, you'll end up sitting after one set. You're like, oh man, I'm kind of tired. And then you'll scroll through Twitter or Instagram.
Yep.
And then you've been
All of a
sitting there
sudden,
for 10
5 minutes blow
minutes.
by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't help you. Now, the second thing I was going to say is like find a support system around you. I mean, like it can be like Brennan and I right now just talking casually about our struggles with things. It can be people at the gym or a personal trainer or whatever, like just find the people to support you around you so that it's like you're not doing it by yourself. Because I
Yeah.
feel like when you get stuck with, I'm doing it on my own, it's easy for you to say, no one cares. I'll just take that off day. I'll just skip this one. Where it's like you
Yeah.
got that support staff or you're going to see some people that you normally see at the gym just to have a casual conversation with. Like you need to have those conversations to get you to the gym so that
Yeah.
you do what you need to get done.
That's why I feel like I keep bringing it up on this podcast just to kind of hold myself accountable so we can talk
Yeah.
about it. And when you ask me, I'm not like, oh, yeah, I took the week off. No, like
Yeah.
I can at least say, hey, I stuck to my schedule. But
Yes.
the only thing that I'm struggling with, and that happens to a lot of people, is I feel like eventually you get a little burnt out. Like with this program that I'm doing right now, I only get one off day during the week. And
Mm-hmm.
that's more than I was doing in the past. So I'm 6
Yeah.
days on, 1 day off. 6 days on, 1 day off. And that's a
Right.
lot. And I mean, we talked about what I was doing before. I was the person that was making stuff up when I got to the gym, and then I'd be scrolling in
Right.
between sets. So I wasn't doing very good workouts, and now I'm doing good workouts where I'm focusing on the time in between sets and all this stuff. So it's a lot to go 6 straight days without a rest. So that part I
Mm-hmm.
feel like has been the biggest struggle for me, is trying not to get burnt out. And the same thing goes with diet too. Like that's why you kind of need a cheat day in there, because if you just
Yeah.
completely cut it out and you're not able to have anything you enjoy, you're going to get burnt out way too quickly.
Right. No,
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, I mean, as far as someone listening to this trying to start out or just trying to hit the reset button a little bit and get back in there, like that, I feel like those are the two things that you absolutely need to do. Have the plan, do the research so that when you get there, you're in and out and you get it done. And then having those accountability partners or that support staff around you, whatever that may look like. It doesn't have to be perfect at the start, but at least something.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, let's take a break.
Okay.
All right, so we're back. Last week we did our top 5 Disney animated movies. So this week we are
Mine
doing
was
our
the best.
that's debatable. But yeah, this week we are doing our top 5 Pixar movies. I know Gabe, she our sister, commented on our post and she's like, "It was ridiculous that you didn't include Pixar." Well, we got you. It's coming right now.
Separate lists. They got to be
Separate
split
list.
apart.
Yeah.
There's too many movies. Too many
Way
Disney
too
movies.
many. I
Got to
mean,
split it up.
Disney's got like 100 movies, and then Pixar's got
Yeah.
20 something now. So
Yeah. I mean,
splitting it up.
if we're gonna add, yeah, we're gonna add Pixar. We got to add Marvel. We got to add Star Wars. Come on now. Like, there's way too many things. Way too much.
Yeah. All right. So top 5 Pixar movies. Do you have an honorable mention? Are we going to do those too?
Absolutely, we're gonna do those
All right.
because I have like 10 movies on my list.
Yeah. How many are there? I think there's 27 Pixar movies.
Yeah, I was gonna guess
Let me check.
26. Mm,
Quick
I've watched
Google
maybe,
search.
yeah,
Yeah, 27 it
27.
says.
27.
The first ever was Toy Story back in 1995. Before
Yep.
we were born. That's crazy.
How about that?
All right, so I believe, who led last week? You or me?
Me. So
Okay.
you.
So we're
Honorable
gonna.
mention.
I'm gonna take it. This one, my honorable mention is kind of controversial because I contradict myself, and I'll tell you why. Unless it's on your list, then we have to wait. My honorable mention is The Incredibles. Is it on your list?
It's on my list. It's on my
It
list.
is.
It's on my list.
Okay, so I guess we
Not
have
the
to
second
wait.
one, but the first one.
Yes, and we'll talk about
Yeah.
that because the second one was garbage. All right, go ahead with your honorable mention.
Yeah, my honorable mention is also maybe controversial to other people because they'll probably be like, "Oh, you freaking idiot! This probably should have been top 5." But I scribbled out. This list has changed a lot in the past 15 minutes or so, but we're locking it in. Honorable mention is Finding Nemo.
Ooh, okay, that is not on my list.
Not on your list. Okay,
I get
that's
it.
good.
I get it. Yeah, that definitely would be controversial because I feel like it was a classic for a lot of people. But
I had it in the 5 spot, but then I was like, nope, I've got to add this movie to the top 5, and so it bumped it out. So that's the reason why. Okay, don't get your panties in a bunch. It's
don't hate us. These lists
I
are
list.
hard.
That's right. They're very difficult, and like Brennan said before we started, I feel bad for every movie I don't put on my list. So that's
Yes.
that's why I gotta name it. I gotta name it.
We were waiting to start recording today because Wyatt had to pick out his top 5 Pixar lists, and I'm like, Oh, little Ted Lasso, little Wyatt can't pick his list because he's scared he's gonna hurt the movie's feeling if he doesn't put it on the list. He's like, yeah.
It is like I didn't think about it that way, but then when he said that, I'm like, that's a very accurate statement. So yes,
Of
Finding
course.
Nemo is honorable mention. I think it was a really good movie, but it wasn't enough to be in my top 5, I guess.
Okay. All right. So then I will start with my number 5. My number
Okay.
5 is a newer movie. It is Luca. Have you seen it? Is it on your
Nope,
list?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. Okay.
Nope.
I figured I have a couple newer movies on my list. And Luca, I love that movie. I don't know. I feel like
It was
with the
good.
newer movies, they're either hit or miss. Like sneak peek, I think Soul is complete trash. Same with Turning Red, horrible movie. What are the new one? Lightyear,
Oh yeah.
terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Like
that one was okay. It was
I feel
okay.
like but I feel like Pixar has a pretty high standard, like because their movies,
Yeah,
a lot of them are classics, and some of the
they're
new
really good.
movies, yeah, and some of the new movies just ain't it. But yeah, so my number 5 is Luca. If you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. One,
Okay.
it's just a fun watch because the characters are cute, they're fun to hang out with, and then the animation and the color of the movie it's like just it's very visually appealing, easy to watch, and then yeah, I don't know, it's just a good time all around.
It's a good time all around. It's a good
Silencio Bruno.
experience.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you'll like that once you get to that part. Your Ted Lasso self would love that part.
Yeah, yeah. Good. All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. My 5 is it probably I don't know how to explain it. It's probably my favorite Pixar character, just because I love the way the individual talks. But it's Wally.
Okay, another classic. I did not have it on
Very
my
good.
list.
Oh, it's very good.
I
It's a good
feel like
movie.
if
Very
you pulled,
realistic.
yeah, if you pulled 10 random people, their top 5 list, I feel like 9 out of the 10 would have Wally on it. So,
I think so. I
yeah.
would think so. Without, I guess, not on Brennan's list, but you
Yeah. No, I'm the person that doesn't like it. But no, it is a good movie. I like it. It's not it's definitely no Turning Red or Lightyear or Soul.
the 3 bad ones on Brennan's list.
Yeah.
The 3 terrible ones.
So, what about it do you like? Do you like that humans destroyed the earth, so now they're all fat pieces of poop and they're just floating on a spaceship, or
Yeah, yeah. It's a very realistic, futuristic movie on society for sure.
Mhm.
So I like that. I like the love story between 2 robots.
I
So
knew it. I knew it.
yeah, yeah. All
It's got
for
a
yeah.
Why it's got a thing for
It's good.
robots.
Yeah, I've got it. Listen in here. Breaking
Robot
news: Why it's got a
robot
thing for robots. Oh man, Eva. Love
Eva.
Eva.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So my number 4, another new movie, Onward. Nothing.
Nope,
Nothing.
haven't seen it.
Oh my god, dude, you're missing out. This list isn't
Yeah,
even
that's my
valid
bad.
anymore. Yeah. Onward. You Based on the trailer, like I remember when the trailer came out, I was like, "Oh my god, what are they doing with these Disney movies? These are so weird." Like it's a bunch of weird characters. Um I don't even know what they are, to be honest. But when you watch the movie, it is super good. And the 2 lead
Yep.
actors in it, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, I feel like
Yep.
they're pretty much universally loved. I like him a lot in the movie. But I won't spoil anything because you haven't seen it. But yeah, Luca and Onward, you got to watch those two.
Okay, fair enough. They're on the list.
Yep.
Not on my list, but on the list to watch. So that was your 3?
No, that's number 4.
That was number 4. Oh, so this is mine. Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad.
We started with an
My
honorable
number 4.
mention.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know. All right. So my number 4 is Toy Story 2.
Okay. I do not have Toy Story 2 on my list. But from what I've seen, like if people were ranking their Toy Story movies, I feel like number 2 is always high on like the number 1 movie on everybody's list.
Yes.
But what is it about Toy Story 2 that has it in your top 5?
It's well, 2 things. One, Al's Toy Barn and Al eating Cheetos on the couch. That scene makes me laugh every time. And then, or not eating, he's sleeping and he ate Cheetos on the couch.
Isn't the dog
then,
like licking his fingers or something?
Yeah. Yeah. and then the second thing is Rex trying to defeat Zurg. That's the best.
Okay.
It's the best.
Yeah, that's right. That's the movie that starts out when they're in the game, right?
Yeah. I gotta defeat Zurg.
My favorite part of that movie is it's always the airport scene when the toys are in the luggage and they're going down the tunnels before they get onto the plane. Oh, I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
Always loved that part. And then another iconic part is when the person is cleaning up Woody. He's like polishing his eyes and he's restitching him. Oh man, yeah, that's good. But
very much so.
I think the only reason I have another Toy Story on my list, but the only reason Toy Story 2 wasn't on there for me, I think is because I hated Stinky Pete. I think that's probably the main reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Good movie, good choice.
I liked him. I mean, he was kind of dumb, but I liked him. I respected where he was coming from, even though I didn't understand, but I respected it.
Yeah. And then I also like you get to see Woody ride Bullseye and the scene where he's catching up to the plane. Love that part.
Yeah. And I love the prototypical Buzz Lightyear that doesn't know absolutely anything, and then they're the two Buzzes are fighting. That's funny.
Mm-hmm. I like when they started in the first movie when Woody and Buzz are sneaking into Pizza Planet and they put the soda cup over them, and then they do the same thing in this movie with the cones.
Yes,
when they're crossing traffic.
Gum.
Yep.
Very iconic scenes in that movie.
Yeah. Good choice. All right. So my number 3, another classic. I watched this movie so many times growing up. Monsters, Inc.
It's higher on my list.
Okay. I'm glad you have it. I was a little worried there. I thought, little baby Wyatt was probably too scared of the monsters.
No way.
Okay, good. I'm very happy. I feel like you've redeemed yourself with not seeing the new movies because you have Monsters, Inc. higher on your list. Okay.
I do. All right, that was your 3, correct?
Yep. What's yours?
Yeah. Mine is, we can talk about it now, The Incredibles.
Okay.
Number 3.
I feel like if Incredibles 2 hadn't come out, Incredibles might have been on my top 5. Like, probably would have been in there for sure. Okay. Like, this is where I feel a little, like, I contradict myself a little bit. I think with how hyped up Incredibles 2 got, and it just felt like people were talking about it nonstop, it threw me off. Like, I was just like, I'm so done with Incredibles. I'm tired of hearing about it. But if you throw all that aside, like, I think Incredibles 2 sucked, and all the hype, It was blown out of proportion. If you
Yep.
throw all that aside and you just focus on what it was like watching the first movie, we all loved it. It was great. It was a great movie. It was
Mhm.
incredible.
Yes, it really was. And I feel like you shouldn't be thinking about the second movie when you're trying to rate these.
And no, I wouldn't, in my original list, it wasn't even honorable mention. Like, it would have been just off the list with freaking
What?
Soul, and yeah, it would have been no. But
Well, this
I did put my thoughts aside and I put it on my list as an honorable mention. So, and I'm happy with the ones that are ahead of it. There's just a lot of really good
that's
movies.
fair.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I mean, you talk about a family dynamic. I mean, it's one of the best family dynamic Disney movies there is in the first one. Not the second one, but the first one. And I feel like there's just, again, so many iconic scenes in that movie, especially with Samuel Jackson and the super
Frozone.
suit.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's just so many. It's just an all in all really good movie, and it's really badass. I mean, talk about all the stuff that Mr. Incredible does throughout it, and then on top of when everyone gets together finally, and then you got like Dash that is like doing some, sprinting around the track and whatnot, and it's like you can't show off your powers, can't do that.
Yeah. Go a
It's
little
so
faster.
good.
No, not that fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dash is my favorite character. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I dressed up as Dash.
Did you?
When I was younger? Yeah. Yeah. I have Corey's got a photo out there of me dressed up in the Incredibles outfit.
Interesting.
Way
Maybe you
back
chose
when.
Dash because you were so slow as a kid that you wished you were Dash.
No, it's probably because, well, for starters, I wasn't a girl, so I can't even remember her name. Dang it. Violet, yep. So that was out the picture, and Gus was already Bam Bam because he was, he was like this big. So
Bam Bam is not the Incredible.
What's his name?
Jack Jack.
Jack Jack. See? Bam Bam, Jack Jack. They're all the same. He does a lot of Bam Bam all around.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I went with it for a second and then I was like, wait, that's not
Wait.
it.
I knew it was two words put together.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
forgot
Jack
about
Jack.
Yeah, I forgot about Jack Jack. He's pretty funny. In the second movie, he kind of takes the second movie
that's
by
Gus's
storm.
middle name. So
Yep.
Is Jack. So he already had that one in the bag. So
a little underrated thing that I saw someone say about The Incredibles is Dash. His superpowers, like he's got super speed, but it's not to the point where all these superheroes are now, where they're so fast that you just have to put the TV show in slow motion and act like they're going so fast, and they can go back in time and stuff. Dash's powers are like realistic, where he's just really fast, and you don't have to do slow motion to show his powers. Yeah, I liked that part.
Yeah, you don't have to put science to it.
Yeah, I feel like that part aged really well.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Yep. Yeah. All in all, good movie. Should be on your top 5, but that's okay.
Honorable mention. All right. Number 2. My number 2 is Toy Story, the original. Not on your list? Okay.
It's higher on my list.
I mean, I feel like everybody has to pick at least one Toy Story movie. And I just had to pay homage to the classic, the one that started it all for Pixar, the original Toy Story.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's just a really good movie. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. No, it really is.
I love the beginning, the birthday scene when the Green Army men are all down there scoping it out, and they're phoning up to all the toys in the room, like, what's the present? What's the present? Love that part.
Yep.
Everything with Sid, he is a crazy little dude.
Yes.
Um,
100%.
and
100%.
everything in the Pizza Planet journey is all great.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a classic. Had to be on there.
Oh yeah. It's on my list. It's just not number 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you said it wasn't on your list.
I said it's higher on my list, and you say okay.
Oh, I thought you said it wasn't on your list. Well, oh well.
That's all good.
Okay. What's your number 2?
Ruined my list, but that's okay. My number 2 is Monsters Inc.
Okay. Yeah, so that was my number 3.
Yep.
Love that movie. What?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it number 2 for you?
The relationships, yet again, it's a different relationship. And it's a scary movie that's not scary. And Mike Wazowski. I mean,
Mike Wazowski.
He's the best.
Yeah. I love Sully. I'm a Sully guy.
Big Sully guy.
I loved that movie. I like being in their world. Can't remember what it's called, but another just iconic movie. I loved the whole door thing, and they're in this huge factory where all the doors are. I love that whole thing. Julia was actually saying she was scared, but like most people, I would assume are scared of the monsters and scared of like Randall because he's kind of creepy.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
She was scared of the abominable snowman in that movie. I was like, what? He's the nicest dude ever.
He is. He's got snow cones.
Yeah, he's got snow cones. But yeah, that's Julia for you. I think she was just scared that as soon as they go out, they're just in this vast winter of just nothing. But she said the abominable snowman. I was like, are you kidding me? It's the nicest guy ever.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, Randall's a little slithery thingamajig.
Yeah.
I'd be freaked about him, but yeah, no. Not the abominable snowman. Dude's got snow cones. He's got snow cones.
Yeah. What's the main guy? Not the main guy. The boss. The spider. What's his name?
The spider.
Yeah.
What spider?
The boss at the factory.
Yeah.
Water Noose.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he always kind of scared me a little bit too.
Yeah.
Sound like spiders. Yeah.
The scream tank was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff.
They have these bottles at Disney World that you can buy, and it's a scream tank, and when you open the lid, it does the little scream and the ding. It's great. I want to get one.
That's awesome.
But they had them all on the same shelf, and there's like 20 of them. So I was like, Julia, I'm gonna open them all at the same time. It was just like one after the other of me opening the lids, and they're doing this screaming thing. She's like, "You're so childish," but I don't know. It was fun.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I like it. I like it so much. It's number 2.
I can't complain. All right. So my number 2 is Toy Story, which you said wasn't on your list, and then you said, "Oh wait, it actually is on my list. It's higher."
No, I never said it wasn't. I said it's higher.
All right. Well, let's go to that since we already both said it, and we'll save my number 1. So, Toy Story, your number 1.
Yep. I mean, it's the first Pixar movie, so got that. And then the whole what's the present and the Buzz and Woody storyline and how they clash at the beginning, but then they become best of pals at the end.
Toy.
Yes, that whole thing was fantastic. Then the Pizza Planet with the freaking aliens and the claw, that was fantastic. Everything in that was just so great. And then the antagonist is probably one of the best antagonists in Sid the Kid, with the freaking brace face and doing bad things to just, sad toys.
Yeah.
And then they all freaking come after him at the end, and it's
Yeah.
so funny.
Making these weird zombie toys.
He gets freaked out. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And then yes, at the airplane scene in Toy Story 2, same thing with the moving truck in the first one. And it's really baller because you're like on your seat for a good 20 minutes trying to figure out if they're going to make it back to the van, and then they go past the moving van into the freaking car.
And it's Buzz.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's Buzz, like,
Buzz and Woody,
not admitting that he can't fly, and then at the end he finally admits it, and he's like, I'm not flying.
It's falling.
It's falling with style.
With style. Yes.
Yeah. I love that.
Perfect Tim Allen, Tom Hanks duo. Perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Never would have thought I'd seen it. It's perfect. Even though I wasn't even born yet when the movie came out, it's perfect.
Yeah. Another part that I really like, when they're going to Pizza Planet, I love when they're in the truck and Buzz just kind of sits down and he straps himself in with the seatbelt, and then Woody's in the back just getting destroyed by the toolkit.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
That
then you got
great.
Slink. Oh, Slink.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a guy. Man.
Yeah. It'd be pretty easy. Like, you could put multiple Toy Stories on the top 5 for sure. I decided not to, but I mean, I don't blame you at all. Toy Story had to be on there, so it's a good one.
Very good.
So to wrap it up, my number 1 is Coco. Have you seen that one? Oh my god. Oh my god. I need a new co-host. Somebody help me. You haven't seen Coco?
I have not seen that movie. I haven't seen it.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen that movie. Don't tell anyone.
Julia, can you come take over, please? I can't do this. Well,
nope, I haven't seen it.
Coco is incredible. Another movie where the story is great, the colors, the presentation is beautiful, the music is great. I have nothing bad to say about Coco. It's hard to make a new movie hit like a classic does, but they did that with Coco. I feel like a lot of people, if they've seen it, a lot of people have Coco in their top 5.
Yeah. Wyatt hasn't watched very many Disney movies.
Yeah, that's all right. But I guarantee you will love that movie. You'll probably tear up, cry a little bit, but it's so good. You got to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had 2 Toy Story movies on my list, and I still haven't seen the 4th one. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, you're not missing a whole lot. This is probably for a different. No, we won't do another Pixar episode. So yeah, Toy Story definitely should have stopped after number 3. It's ridiculous, and they're thinking about making a 5th one. That is insane. I mean, Toy Story 3 had the perfect ending. They were all like about to be incinerated. They're all holding hands. Everybody in theater is just bawling. And then they make it out, and Andy hands over the toys to his sister, Bonnie, I think her name is. It's just the perfect way to end it. But, I mean, obviously they make a ton of money, so they're not going to stop there. But they should have. Strong feelings about this. They messed up,
You're
man.
making it sound like it's like the Fast and the Furious series.
It's on its way. They're already about to be at 5.
Yeah.
But the one good thing about the 4th movie is Forky. I'm sure you've probably seen him, but
yeah,
he's funny. And then Duke Kaboom. So you gotta watch it, but they definitely should have stopped after the 3rd one.
Yeah. But Coco is no joke then, huh?
Coco is no joke. You got to watch it. I bet you. Well, I guess I don't really know you, but I bet you it'll be on your top 5 list.
I guess I don't really know you.
I don't know you anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
That's it.
it'll be on the list, I bet, after you watch it. But yeah, you got to watch 3 movies. 3 of my top 5 you didn't even have on your list. Luca, Onward, Coco. Bangers.
Are they all on Disney Plus now?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. So, let's do a quick recap.
Okay.
Here are our top 5 Pixar movies, including an honorable mention. So for me, my honorable mention was The Incredibles. And then at number 5, I had Luca. Number 4, Onward. Number 3, Monsters, Inc. Number 2, Toy Story. And number 1, Coco.
And my top 5, which is probably the better top 5. Honorable mention, Finding Nemo. Number 5, Wall-E. Number 4, Toy Story 2. Number 3, The Incredibles. Number 2, Monsters, Inc. And number 1, Toy Story.
People are going to be like, oh yeah, your list is so much better because it's all the classics and they haven't seen any of the new movies. I'm already ready. I'm ready. Just letting y'all know it won't affect me because I'm above that.
Oh man,
God, this podcast gets cringier and cringier every week. Love it.
Oh, I know. Please keep listening, though.
Yeah,
We love new fans. No, we
Yeah.
don't like only fans. We love every fan.
I like OnlyFans. Oh wait, I mean I like fans. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. 5, I'm gonna go with crap. I'm kinda interchanging my 4th and 5th ones.
Well, you better figure it out, girlfriend.
Alright, 5, I'm gonna go Bug's Life.
Okay.
4, I'm gonna go with Toy Story.
Okay.
3 is gonna be Monsters, Inc.
Heck yeah,
Okay.
that was my number 3.
2 is gonna be Brave. Actually, I changed it. 2 is gonna be Monsters, Inc. and 3 is gonna be Brave.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then my 1 is The Incredibles.
Ooh.
Brennan's all salty because he had that as honorable mention because he absolutely hates The Incredibles and wants nothing of that. But I had Monsters Inc. at number 2 as well. Brennan had Monsters Inc. at 3. So he was happy that you had it at 3, but then you changed it, so now he hates you.
Heart out.
Yeah, he said that it ripped his heart out.
Yeah.
When you said that.
Sorry.
And then
I originally was not going to include Toy Story, actually.
At all?
Yeah, I really wanted to put Wall-E on there. I think that's got to be my honorable mention.
There we go.
Wall-E and Up are my honorable mentions.
Got it.
Yeah, we didn't say Up.
I really don't care for Nemo. Sorry.
Yeah, I had Finding Nemo as my honorable mention.
Yeah,
I know.
think that movie's mid. I just think we watched it way too much.
It's mid?
Yeah. I'm not a huge Finding Nemo person. Finding Dory and Finding Nemo person.
Got it.
Sorry.
Nah, it's all good. I'm not really a
like
Finding
it.
Dory person either.
I like it. I'll watch it. It's not my favorite.
Yeah. I get it.
So, yeah.
Good list.
Also, I don't know if Oliver and Company is Pixar, but that would probably also be an honorable mention for me.
Negative.
I don't think it is.
It's not. Okay. Well, Ratatouille. That's
right.
another one that I really wanted to put on there.
The list is about
Yeah. And
10
Coco.
movies
Coco's
long
really
now.
good, but Sorry.
Brennan said your list is about 10 movies long now. So.
yeah, sorry. Anyways, 1, The Incredibles. 2, Monsters Inc. 3, Brave. 4, what'd I say 4 was?
Toy Story, I think.
Toy Story, yep.
Toy Story, and then 5, shit, what'd I say for 5?
Bug's Life.
Bug's Life, yes. Bug's Life. That's such a good movie. Heimlich will be forever one of my favorite characters.
Who's that?
Heimlich.
Oh, Heimlich.
The
I didn't hear
caterpillar.
it. Yeah. The beautiful
All right.
butterfly.
My wings, they're finally sprouting.
All right.
Beautiful butterfly.
All right, sister. You're finally on the pod.
Yay.
Yay.
First and last time.
So, what
kidding.
were you guys' top 5s?
Brennan said first and last time.
Huh? Why did I cheat?
No. Brennan
just
said
kidding.
first and last time for you to be on the pod. That's it.
Why is that?
I'm just,
You just
kidding.
Because you came at us on Instagram like it was nothing, and then we put you on here, and you say, "I don't have a list."
Well, I wasn't ready. I wasn't expecting you to put me on the pod. I was
Well.
just thinking, oh, you're done with the pod.
Everyone else wasn't ready, but they figured it out.
Oh, well, I had to do it with a bit of research.
A little research. I didn't have
Yeah.
to do any research. It only took me 1 second to do my list.
Sorry.
He's a liar.
Just kidding. It took me like 20 minutes.
Ooh.
All right, sister.
Congrats
All
on
right.
your 10 seconds of fame.
Congrats on your 10 seconds of fame, Brennan said. Well,
Invite me on to the next one.
invite you on to the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So demanding.
Maybe so. I know.
Maybe I work next Friday, but maybe the Friday after that I'll have to take the day off so
Okay.
I can actually do like a Zoom call with you guys or something.
You'll have to pay Brennan and I $100 each for you to be on.
Oh, yikes.
Correct.
No,
not cheap.
I can't do that.
We're not cheap.
Yeah,
All right. Peace
no. I
out,
could pay you in
Gabe.
pesos.
Brennan said, "Peace out, Gabe. Love ya."
All right. Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that's it. We're wrapping up this episode before it goes off the rails anymore. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to go subscribe on YouTube, on Instagram, follow us on Apple, on Spotify. Comment us. Let us know your top 5 Pixar movies. All right, we'll see y'all later. See you, Wyatt.
See ya, Mountain Faces.
Take it easy, Mountain Face.